You're not profitable because this indicator isn't on your screen. That's what I've been told. That's what I heard. Is it true?
Yeah, absolutely. It used to drive me crazy not understanding what trend Bitcoin was actually in. If you look online and you talk to different people and you use different systems, they all have their ways of trying to convince you one way or another what the trend is in. And then you can end up in these situations where you should be long when the price is moving up, but you're not, and you just keep missing all these different moves. So I was tired of that. And what I realized is that Bitcoin is all driven by flows, institutional flows and liquidity flows. It's unlike any other asset. And so I just needed an indicator that translates all that onto the chart for me. Let me just show you this 1 second here.
This is exciting. I want to see this one indicator that will change everything. Game changer.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and pull up my screen. And that is trend from the Anchor series, which you can get through sacredprofit.com. And essentially, it allows me to see what the trend actually is. This, to me, is the best trend indicator for Bitcoin ever. What you do is that you add it to the chart, and already it's going to show you the daily trend. And what we often find is that the trend moves in essentially patterns of 2 to 4, so average of 3. So you get these moves that then pause for a beat before they resume or change direction. So here we have 3 green moves. Then we had some yellow that shows up, so sideways action. We had then some red that reversed, and then we're back to green. So you'll see here it happens again and again. Green changes to yellow, then red. Change to yellow, then green. Change to yellow, then red. Change to yellow, then red. Change to yellow, then green. So you can use this indicator, this trend indicator. If you're only using this, if you're only using trend from anchors, then you would know, should I be betting, what direction should I be betting in? Is it 100% accurate that every single time it's telling you about a change, that's what you should be doing? No. But it'll help filter out a great many false signals that you'll have.
So how does
this
that
is a
compare
classic
to...
example.
Sorry, go ahead.
This is a classic example over here where the trend happens here. You have this V bottom, and you don't know, should I continue with this trend up? Well, since it's green, it says, yeah, look for opportunities in order to get in. And not only is it telling me that the trend is bullish, it's also letting me know by the levels that are here that when the price hits those levels, that I should get in there. So I should get here at this bounce. I should get here on this bounce, but I should avoid over here because I have not come down yet. And I just absolutely love it. Over here in the red area, it's telling me that up here is a great place to short because it's red. But over here, when I got to this level, it's not a great place to short because it's yellow. So this trend indicator, I actually distilled a bunch of other indicators, other signals into what to me was an easy to define trend that also tells me what price I should be looking at for bounces. It's fantastic.
How does this compare to other trend indicators? Why is this one so magical?
Well, often you'll have trend indicators that'll give you just the trend, but you won't get a sense of how is this trend evolving. Because this trend is broken down into segments, you get a sense of, hey, when I look at the chart, there's a certain pattern to how often the price is moving in that trend. So you get this green move up with some yellow sideways, green move up with some yellow sideways, red down, yellow sideways, green up. So it's, as you're paying attention to it, you get a sense, hey, I'm only in the first or second movement here of the song, this trend song. I can go ahead and use this as an opportunity to move forward. I missed 4 green boxes for this trend. Better not getting yet, because either we're going to go sideways or we're going to move down, which happens often. So you get not only the trend, but how long it should last for. And then the other part that I like is that it lets you know the levels for the trend, lets you know where I should get in or get out of a position, which a lot of trend indicators don't provide you.
All right, so other Other trend indicators don't let you know when to get in and get out. And then you talked about these multiple boxes. What do other trend indicators do?
They'll almost always just give you the trend. So for example, over here, as you're taking a look at the trend indicator at the bottom right of my screen, you'll see this box that tells me, hey, for the daily, I'm neutral. For the weekly, I'm bullish. Monthly, I'm bullish. 3 month, I'm bullish. So this is generally a bullish trend. And if I want to go with the flow of bullishness, it means I want to neutral or bearish is a great place for me to enter in on the lower time frame. Does that make sense here? That if this was green, let's say we were already up, that this would be a bad place to enter in. Right? Let me just replay so you can see. Here it's green everywhere. So you might say, hey, this is great. It's green on all the trends I should get in, but we're overextended from the level we should get in at. So this means we're too far gone. Don't get in yet. As we move forward, then it tells you, hey, we're bearish, but we're bullish on all the other time frames. So either we're going to turn down or we're going to continue moving up. So as soon as this red trend changed to yellow, that gives me a signal, hey, we're probably not going to go down because it's not continuing with the red trend. It's staying sideways, and I'm likely to go up. And that's exactly what happened a few hours ago. The price broke above that level and started making its new wave up. So this trend indicator lets me know how long a trend has been going for and where I should enter in and exit. Is it perfect? No, but it's better than any other trend indicator I ever use, and it's the only trend indicator I now use.
So how do I get this trend indicator, and what is it called again?
This indicator is called Trend from our Anchor series, and you could go to sacredprofit.com. You register for free. You sign up as one of our affiliates on one of our crypto exchanges, and then you click to add the trend indicator to your library. I'll get a message and then add you to the list.
Sounds fantastic. All
right.
It
is. It's my favorite indicator of all time because it completely takes away the emotional part of it. There's so many times I want to get into a trade, and I just think to myself, I should just get in right now. I have FOMO, I'm not in, I'll just get in right now. And then I look at my trend indicator and it says, terrible time to get in. Just wait. And I go, I don't understand. The price is moving. I should get in. I should get in. No. Don't get in. Just wait for it. And then as I use the trend indicator as a confluence with other ones of the indicators from our Anchor series, then it tells me this is perfect, a perfect place to get in, which is exactly what happened last week, which I'll show you right now.
So you're telling me that this trend indicator is a quasi antidote to FOMO?
It completely cures my FOMO. Because not the FOMO, what I get is that if I miss a move, I go in my head, I say this move is going to last forever. This move, it's going to rally, it's going to keep on going, and I'm never going to be able to get in, especially as the price just leapfrogs forward, and it's just so painful. But when I look at it, and I can see, oh, I'm in the third movement of this, then I could say, okay, back up. So even here, we're on the daily, but I actually could switch this to the weekly. And now it's letting me know that I'm generally in a bearish trend for the week, right? This whole sideways move that we've had since May 26th, we have the sideways move. So we had this move up from the bottom, our trend is calling perfectly, green, all the way up. And then we had the sideways move that switched to red, and it stayed sideways, and now it switched back to green with the price bouncing off of it. Right? So you look at this and you could tell, oh, of course we're having the sideways move. Now, there is a secret to the Anchor's trend indicator that you'll get more information of when we're doing our tutorial series, where the thickness of the box also tells you a little bit more what's going on. So this red thickness over here is telling me, hey, we're in a bearish territory. We're going to get some downside-ish, some bearishness over time, which we did. We got a drop lower, and then we got a drop lower here. But these to me would be, because I'm overall bullish, these to me are perfect areas where I should get in for a long position. So this whole trade up, if you missed it, the red tells you, hey, I'm going to drop at some point. Have your limit order ready. I'm going to drop at some point. Have your limit order ready. And these two were perfect locations in order to get in for then the long afterwards. Either if you want to play a short-term trade up, or if you want to add to accumulation in order to move up over the longer trend. And obviously, you could change this to all kinds of different time frames in order to help you out. If I were to move this to the 3-month time frame, now it's probably going to give me a bullishness all the way through. So if I just wanted to trade quarterly, I could do so. And it would tell me right here on the quarter that after this is the bearishness that we had from 2022. Right? That was the whole bear market for 2022. And as soon as it changed to yellow from that red, perfect time to get in. And since then, it's been up and to the right.
Now, okay, so this is great. I don't know if this is a valid question to ask, but I routinely ask you this question. You would have seen these boxes at the time in real time. It's not like you can see it retroactively. You see it as it happens, right?
100%. So you're here, I'm in replay. And as we move forward, it's drawing it out. Boom, switch to yellow. Do you see how when it switched to yellow, we had the price retraced twice? Once down here to the yellow, once down here to the yellow again. Mm-hmm. This is what I mean when I'm saying that the trend tells me the level at which I should get in. I'm not confused by why the price is bouncing here, because it's telling me there's a bunch of juice coming.
This is like when you talk about fourth dimensional thinking, it's like it shows you the structure. Like the chart isn't bouncing there for no reason. It's bouncing there because there's something solid.
Correct. And you get the sense of, as time moves forward, as the price moves forward, the trend is being adjusted accordingly. You're getting the sense of that. I'll often repeat what Ken Carson has said, that a price can correct in time as well as in price. So a chart can correct both in price by dropping down or by going sideways. And so as you go sideways, this trend actually takes that time into consideration and adjusts the trend forward. So I just love this. To me, this is like such a clear reading as to what trend we're actually in. Whereas over here, where we had this red area showed up, is very thin for a very small period of time. You see how that red is small compared to the green next to it? Mm-hmm. That tells me this is a great place to get in. I should take the risk to get in there, because the trend is mostly bullish and only very minorly bearish. Whereas people over here were talking about the end of the cycle. Just like they were talking about it over here, end of the cycle. And that's not the case. To me, it's just fantastic. That's my favorite indicator of all time. I have it on every chart all the time, always. And it works on any asset. Although we're talking about Bitcoin here, it works on any asset.
Did you want to show that on another asset?
Sure. This is where it is here on NASDAQ. Again, bear market on the quarterly. And then as soon as it switch, great time to get in. You missed the moves up. Well, it tells you here, great move to get in. Here, great move to get in. And here, yellow, great move to get in. See how this is a narrow yellow? Mm-hmm. So it says, I know we're going down, but buy all the way down.
Why wasn't that red?
Because it's so bullish that even with the price drop, it's saying when you get a yellow trend like this and then it drops like this, oftentimes it means you're going to V back up real quick, real hard. It's not going to be this. It's not going to be this this slow move down. It's saying no. We're dropping here because of some news or whatever. This was tariffs. And then it bounced right back up because the bullishness was right there. And if we switch this to the let's say the 1 month, you get a different story where you can just buy the greens, sell on the yellows, buy the greens, sell on the yellows, and you'd miss out. Over here, you would have sold on the yellow, and then you would have missed out on this whole drop and then gotten back in somewhere over here. Move up. And if you want to be, hey, Tom, what's the secret? How am I supposed to know, what the next box might be? Like, I want to know what color that box might be in the future. Well, then that's what you add on the levels. And the levels will tell you. Let me put on the levels just for the day so you can see. And levels will tell me what the next day will be like. Oh, I'm on the month. Let's go back here. We're on the month. So let's do the month. So here it's telling me that the next level that's being developed right now is 22,813 on the NASDAQ. That's what this dashed line is. And so if you want to be cute, you can preemptively move, going, I know this will be green in the future. So let me just go ahead and look for dips now to buy into. When I get a drop, let me just buy in there. I feel confident. Is 100% correct? No, but I find it to be absolutely invaluable to figure out what I should do next.
Look, I know we got to get on to other topics here. I just really love the explanation of this. This looks like a fantastic indicator set. I am biased. Is this helpful for prop firm traders?
Yes, actually. In fact, I've just recently signed up to prop firms in order to Top Step X in order to demonstrate exactly this. I want to be part of helping people gain money, and I am an advocate of 50x leverage trading. I love that. That's what I talk about every week. But I've also been promoting polymarket, right? Polymarket trading, and because I know some people, they don't want to be sitting around active in the crypto exchange, like trading that way. They want another way of going about it. So polymarket is there. But then there's a bunch of people who like the prop firm trading because they're able to create multiple different prop firms account and then use something like Traders Post in order to connect their trading to 10, 15, 20 different accounts and scale a $500 move times 20 accounts and make these massive payouts. And I want to show. Actually, I don't care about showing it. I want to make that money. And if it shows you, great. But what I want to do is I want to make that money. And you can see how great these indicators can be. How it can make you into someone more like me.
So how would this help a prop firm trader? Is there anything specific here, or is it just what you've demonstrated so far, knowing the trends?
Well, you'd have to have more walkthroughs and testing as you're using these indicators on different assets. Gold operates differently than Eurodollar pair, works differently than crypto. You have to use these indicators for your particular markets. I usually use it on Bitcoin. That's what I normally focus on, but I think I'll also be trading on NASDAQ. We'll see. But what I like about my indicators is that I have not built them. This is from the Anchor series, not from every indicator in our library. There's indicators that span all kinds of different trading styles I don't even do. But the ones that I like to promote are the ones that work on any time frame. I love indicators that are time frame agnostic. So you can run this on the 1 minute and get information in order to help you figure out how to get into a trade because you're trying to make a couple of ticks, or you can run it on a 3 month because you want to trade over quarters. That's the thing that I think helps prop firms the most, because oftentimes for prop firms, you're scalping during the day or you're doing swing trading at most. And so you're like, okay, Tom, your indicator is great for giving me daily trends and quarterly trends, but what about on the 15-minute? Yeah, this will work on the 15-minute too. Absolutely. Actually, I'll show you. So you head off to, let's say we head back to Bitcoin and we go down to the 15-minute chart and we change our trend to, let's say, the hour. It's a little bit too narrow. This is still good, but you might not see it as clearly. Let's switch it to the 2 hour. Then that's not so bad. It helps to reveal trends as well. So over here, you're like, okay, I'm switching to red. Let me short. Then you go, okay, this is great short. A lot of people would short from whatever red candle is here, but here it actually tells you that the level up here, this line, is the perfect short area, which you can then get in order to write your short down. Over here, this is telling me that I'm in a bullish trend, but I might see this as the bullish trend I want to get into, and then panic and get in there and then get liquidated as this moves down. Whereas this is telling me that this level here is the perfect level to get in, which I can get in and write this for the move up. All kinds of different ways of using it. Here, perfect short. Here, perfect long. Over here, great long. You can write this all the way up, and we're on the 15-minute chart, so you can use this all day long. Yeah,
wow.
We'll work on the top. We'll work on the 10-second chart, and we'll work on the 10-second chart too.
Wow.
It's completely frame agnostic. Whatever you like to do.
SacredProfit.com. Head over there, sign up. It's free. Every indicator that you see that Tom is using, that he's talked about, they're all available for free. If you need some help understanding a little bit more how to use it and all that stuff, you can contact him. We are going to be doing tutorial series on this channel very soon, so I highly recommend that you like and subscribe. And if you want to get some of those calls, the calls that he's going to be putting out to people, head over to Sacred Profit on X. He's optimized for 50x leverage, so he really only talks about the things, big swings, right? Big swings, and you got to get a perfect entry. But that doesn't mean that that's exactly how you have to trade. These indicators can help you with whatever style that you're in. You've seen it demonstrated here today. If you're watching a clip right now and you didn't watch the whole stream, I highly recommend you go and find that clip. I'm going to be posting it online that explains the indicators, that explains how to use them and the philosophy behind them. It'll be extremely useful for you. SacredProfit.com. Do it now.